I don't recall looking at that. I'm not sure that that sort of thing would have been the Exchequer Secretary's remit, so I'd be surprised if it did. The Exchequer Secretary didn't look at spending. The Exchequer Secretary's role is around economic growth and where money is coming from rather than where money needs to go to. So I would be surprised if that crossed my desk.
So that would be more responsibility for the CST, so the Chief Secretary to the Treasury?
Very likely, yes.
Thank you. At this time, once you became Secretary of State, why were you concerned with, quote, the pace at which the compensation was being delivered?
Well, because after the briefing, and maybe during the briefing as well, Kevin had told me how he had been looking at this issue from the time when he was a backbench MP. And I was aware of the injustice, just from reading newspapers rather than any parliamentary briefing. And I have seen this sort of thing happen before, where justice delayed is effectively justice denied. And I am more interested in making sure that we get things done rather than every single box is ticked. I feel that there is often too much bureaucracy in the way of getting things done because people are worried about process. They are worried about if things go wrong, them being on the hook for that. And so they carry out lots of checks and balances well beyond what I think is required in order to deliver the right outcome.
You say something along those lines in this paragraph here. The sentence, about 5 lines in, we were allowing bureaucracy to get in the way of redress too much of the time. Who was allowing bureaucracy to get in the way of redress too much of the time?
Well, the government machine. So I think I remember asking a question like, why can't we just give them the money now if we know this? I can't remember specifically what we were talking about, but I just like to ask the simple questions. Why can't we just do this? And then I'd be told, well, there could be judicial review and the Treasury has these value for money requirements, and if we don't meet them, then we might end up having to go to court. So I just kept trying to find a way through. How do we, I put myself in the shoes of the sub-postmasters, that if I was this person or if I was a member of their family, what would I want? And in my view, what they would want is for the matter to be dealt with as quickly as possible and to be able to move on with their lives. And when I would have those sorts of conversations with officials, I would be told that, well, there's still an inquiry going on, and if you make a decision like this without going through all the checks and balances or without waiting for the inquiry to conclude, then you might have a problem later. But I thought that it was better to err on the side of ensuring that people got their compensation quickly rather than making sure that we didn't get into any trouble for not doing it in the perfect way.
Thank you.